sports. It's in the game.
Yep, you've got one guy going boom, the other guy going whap, and the guy trying to run it in for the score, and he's going nowhere.
Today, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Drake May and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
They'll start with the option. There he goes, left side. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Jackson running again. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
He'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They go play action with Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 30. From the gun, it's Jackson. Pass caught by Pearsall. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Jackson going to keep it running right. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Jackson now. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be brought down. He needed to get to the 20, but he's a yard or two short. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, these two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. To throw, it's May. Pass taken in by his big tight end. He will have a Steelers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. The Steelers hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On the counter, this is Robinson. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it, but was not in bounds. Incomplete. Look at this Baltimore defense. And they're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. From the shotgun, May with it. Flush to his right. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 12-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To the air, May. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. Throwing here is May. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw, May. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves him with 4th and 1. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
This is 2nd and 8. Jackson now down around his goal line. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Here's May. Throw left side complete. That's Washington. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got us under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Patrick Jones. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They'll try and throw for it with May. Completes this to Addison out left. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 11. And they'll begin by running the option. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. From the 20, here's 2nd down and a yard. The Jackson going to run again. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's on his way. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. Well, you know, most quarterbacks, when you talk about their big playability, you talk about the arm, but this, an absolutely huge play with a leg.
And also with his mind, because he had to see this play develop in order to make the decision to keep it and run. And how about him looking up and seeing the seas part for him once he got past the line of scrimmage? My first thought, I think he can go all the way, and I'm trying not to take over your call of this play, partner.
Now it's Jackson. There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. 2nd and 7. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll throw with May. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. Robinson up the middle. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. And he's got this down to the 35. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he'll get it right back to Washington. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And a dump off here to Robinson. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. From the shotgun, it's May. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move was there, but didn't buy him a whole lot.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Richardson to the air on 1st down. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Richardson. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Now a 3rd and 6. And Richardson looks to throw once more. Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Richardson to throw off play action. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And Jackson going to have the 1st down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And the Steelers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all of a sudden, they're knocking on the door inside Baltimore's 10. Now the Steelers use the 1st of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Eluding the pressure right. His pass caught at the 4. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Richardson working from the gun. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Washington. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Darnell Washington. In the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Steelers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to... And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff ready to go. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll go for it. Here's Richardson. That's to his running back, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. 1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. On the give, here's Robinson. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Richardson to throw. Addison hauls it in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He finds his man, complete. That's Frazier. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Richardson off the play fake. Sliding out of the pocket. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. Richardson looking to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that will lead to a 3rd and goal. Richardson looking to throw this. Flush to his right. That's caught at the 2. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did really not.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. From the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Third down and 6.
Now it's Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and they will take over first and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
On first and 10, it's Robinson. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Now Richardson.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
There Richardson back to throw it.
And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Jackson. It's caught right side by Daniels. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. To throw is Jackson.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Steelers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. There's Robinson showing the flash. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 18-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
He'll buy some time right. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Steelers are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Daniels. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Extra point forthcoming. And the lead is now 24. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now Jackson on first down.
That's complete to Pearsall.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Jackson now.
Throw caught by Flowers.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 26 yards. And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2.
They'll look to throw. He's got it. So they convert to 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. That one looks like he'll throw here. They'll roll him out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Robinson.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Throw left side taken in by Washington.
And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That 1st down going to be enough to write a finish to this one. Now it's Richardson. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Back to the ground with Robinson.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And quickly they get to the line.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Play action. Now Richardson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. Touchdown!
Jordan Addison
From 8 yards out.
and the Steelers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And Jordan Addison capped it off with a touchdown catch.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Jackson. He's going to let it fly. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 55 yards.
And the Ravens are able to cut into that deficit.
He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick.
And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Richardson escaping the pressure right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Steelers, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.